We left on Saturday morning and drove a few hours to get to Algonquin Provincial Park for a last-minute escape from the city. Our campsite was at the Lake of Two Rivers Campground. After parking at our site, we walked to the lake and watched some canoers paddle, promising next time we would be the ones on the lake. We got back to camp and set up our tent. Note to selves, stake down the tent a lot sooner so it doesn't fly away. At last, it was time to sit back and enjoy the sight we had prepared. We unpacked our food and began to make dinner. I can't stand cleaning at camp, so sandwiches were perfect and a good contrast to the fast food we ate on our way up. After watching the smoke rise from our neighbors' campfires, it came time to start our own. I will admit, I'm not great at building them, but I can usually have one built and stay lit. Although, this night just was not my fire building night. I'm gonna blame that on the moldy, damp wood that we had to use. Enjoy an overly long clip of ASMR campground noises and me just trying to get this fire started. It looks like it got started, but trust me, right after this ended, I spent the next hour or two blowing on it and inhaling so much smoke just to keep those logs burning.
Do you want this to be split? I mean, I'm gonna put that in here. This is not very much wood. Might make it for sunset. Oh man. I almost finished it. Is it okay if I finish the white? I left a drop. My bad. Ooh. There we go.
I woke up the next morning and went to go grab some coffee and a muffin. After that, we packed up camp and set off to go on a few hikes. We started off with the Two Rivers Trail, which is a 2.3 kilometer loop trail following a cliff through a young forest. Since it was June, there were a few too many bugs for our liking. Kept having wasps circling me. Was not a fan. the end of the hike, we decided to swap our plans, and instead of hitting up another trail, we decided to stop by a few lakes to dip our feet in. We then stopped by the art center to take a peek at some local artwork. If you go, I would recommend stopping by. There was a famous group of Canadian painters called the Group of Seven, as well as Tom Thomson, an artist, whose paintings were heavily influenced by the natural beauty of Ontario. Some of Tom Thomson's most famous paintings are those of Algonquin Provincial Park. There is a path in front of the center that goes over his life. And then it was time to head home. Thank you for watching. See you soon.
Should we put on? No, I feel like we probably could use this. Okay, red goes with red. And then the ones that aren't, okay, I guess you want another red one? Switch with two reds. This doesn't look red so far. Okay, let's do red first. I'm guessing red goes up the, or this part goes at the top. And then, yeah. You good? I can't get it up there.